sawtooth marks on that machine.
Tribal girl. You're a hunter. Machine hunter. I can smell it on you. Their oils and fluids. Oh, your hands are stained. Can I just scent your fingers?
No.
No, of course not, no. Forgive me. In my head, it's addled. Heavy with the taste of metal and lightning and prophecy. Do you dream of the metal world, Huntress? That's what you, Nora, call it.
The ancient world?
Yes, you've almost touched it. You hunt the machines, strip the parts, reach into their guts, let the sacred fluids run out, spilling away into the earth, wasted. Open your mouth to insight. Drink up. That's what I did. I'm Bryn.
Yeah. Looks like it. Those wounds. A sawtooth gave them to you on the hunt, didn't it?
Oh, not just any sawtooth. Not just a hunt. I was low, quiet in the long grass, spear at the ready to bring it down. Then, the scent, the taste of its blood overcame me. I pounced, wrestled it down, bit into it. Oh, so close. A shiver through my teeth as they ground along the wires. But its teeth won out.
You're lucky to be alive, I think.
Until the wounds mend, flower into scars, only my mind can wonder. But why not trade, Huntress? You bring me the blood, I tell you what it reveals.
You really drink the blood of machines?
I heard tales of a tribe from the land where the sun goes at night. They were suckled from the machines. No, it's true. Took wisdom and strength from it, drew closer to them. Then the tales go dark. A whole tribe disappeared.
Maybe because they all died? Drinking machine blood can't be good for you.
Oh, first it made me sick. Then came the visions. For days and nights. Machine dreams, Huntress.
These dreams you have.
Oh, you're curious. Good. It'll give you a long life. I wish that for you. That's my blessing. Now we're sworn. I'll tell you how the visions began. All is silence. The sky is dark. I gather up the world and peel it back, expose the ancient metal beneath, like skinning a rabbit. It's warm to the touch, warm as the sun. Pressed against it, I feel sound. My heartbeat is the thunder of titans rising. Machines bigger than mountains, stronger too. The metal world carried on their shoulders.
I'm not sure I like these visions of yours.
They're an answer. But to what questions? I must know. I'll share.
You're Banuk. Is this normal for your tribe?
My tribe. No tribe! The other shamans said, "You've drunk in the machine spirit's madness," they said. "This is not the way of things." Stripped me out on the ice and left me to die. Said, "That's the way of things. Cold, unending."
They cast you out. But you survived.
Perhaps. I remember the chill pressed in slow, spear-tipped. Tall necks gathering their great dark heads over me like a garland. Then I was walking again, walking back to my once tribe. To return is to be forgiven. But I kept walking. No one stopped me.
It's been interesting, but I should be on my way.
Roam far, Huntress, and remember, the blood is precious. To me, yes. Good hunting at the Ridge of Vales. If you fell a sawtooth, bring me what spills, won't you? Not enough metal in the rainwater. Not for my taste.
Or maybe too much. Can't carry more. Get on with it. Got too much already. Sorry to spoil your fun. Fascinating, if they weren't looking for me. Back to your business. I can get out of this. Ren says the blood is precious. Okay. Pass the test. I need help. You're alert. Handy. That's it. I'm already gone. I think I'm in the clear. My turn.
Huntress, you've brought me the blood of the Sawtooth. Yes, I smelled it a hill away.
Don't make me regret it.
Wait here. It takes time, and the visions are strong. No matter what you hear, what screams, keep your distance.
Starting to regret it.
Before the time of the Sawtooth, the machines ran as one pack. Metal drumming on metal, keeping pace out to the lightning's edge. The rumble of low storms, that's them in motion. And then, a confusion. Something has changed. The great direction breaks, splits off like a dead branch. They're tumbling now. When they recover, violence is what they know. Now, metal screeches on metal. A death dance, learned from wars before our eyes had learned to see. The Sawtooth, the Ravager, they hunt in the long shadows of others. Jagged shapes, old shapes with bloody eyes. And the machines no longer rise and swell as one thing, an all thing.
You're quite the storyteller. But what's it mean?
Oh, meaning is not for me to say. Only what I saw.
And you saw all that?
Yes. Doesn't it make you wonder? The machines that drive other machines mad. Corruptors. It's their venom I must taste next.
Do you have any idea what that could do to you? Oh, you've drunk it before, of course you have.
I found fallen ones on Coiled Canyon's cliffs. Under the sun, it boiled inside them. The vapor. Intoxicating.
Forget about traveling light. All right. They won't be killing any more innocent travelers.
love this bit. Could crack in a day.
Long time.
It's a bit frivolous, isn't it? I mean, we're all born on a summer's day, if you ask me. Oh. Glad I stopped for a bit. Karja have been leaving.
Father says yes.
Aaron said to meet him at the Sun Palace. That might be the time.
the guard of the town fire. It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble. It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble. I've got all the best.
Maybe once Sunfall surrenders, Iridium will feel cold.
Fine goods for a fair price. The longer this split with the shadow, we've lived under the same sun all this time. Now come take a look. I'll give you a good price. You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it. We all have our place in the order of things. Won't cost you a shard just to look. Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
A man named Nissan came to see me, and we came to an arrangement. I think many in Sunfall will benefit from it. All this from a stolen sword. As they say, follow the shadow, and you'll find a flame. A man named Nissan came to see me, and we came to an arrangement. I think many in Sunfall will benefit from it. All this from a stolen sword. As they say, follow the shadow, and you'll find a flame.
Stock up before you're on the road. Fine
Don't
goods
pass
for a
up these
fair
goods.
price.
Would you like to buy something today?
Hope you're well. Won't cost you a shard.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Blasted Shadow Carja murdered the captain of the Vanguard.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Some authorized girl applied to the city.
Fine goods for a fair price.
All right. What did you want to discuss?
You're an outlander, which is good. But a Nora, which might be bad. Do you fear the ruins of the old ones like many in your tribe?
No. Although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the old ones? They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends. If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
So you're interested in the old ones?
More than interested. I study every ancient artifact I can get my hands on. But years of study have made me too comfortable at my desk. I can't even bear the sun, if the truth be known. I don't know how I'll manage to take a partner. My family presses me for an heir.
Don't look at me.
Oh, no, I'm not looking. In fact, my father already has someone he wants me to wed. She doesn't interest me. I wish I had a brother to carry this burden. I would rather be left to my precious little vessels.
What sort of ritual were these vessels made for?
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for worship. But I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard. One for water, one for lotion, and so on. Each fluid in its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking. But which vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Are you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Drink? Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, trade quickly. I have work to do. I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins. What do my tired eyes see?
It's busy.
A hunter,
It's
surely.
crowded.
Come, talk to me a moment.
Take a look at these. You could spend your whole life in Meridian and never live this. I've never broken bread with an Outlander. I've been thinking about the claim. Rotten place, really.
This Sundom's very different from the claim. The tension with the Carja will ease in time.
This last letter I got from the claim. My paw must have been smashed when he wrote it.
Nora,
Pass
are
up
you?
these goods?
Such fascinating customs. And
Don't forget to stock up before you're on
Take
the
a
road.
look at these wares.
You can do so much in
Fine
Meridian.
goods
Eat,
for a fair
drink,
price.
dance, laugh. Remember,
Well met.
These aren't goods.
I'd like to discuss a trade with you, Outlander.
Most Carja would know which end of a hammer to hold if you gave her.
Excuse me, Outlander? I'm looking for Banuk artifacts.
The sun shines brightest in Meridian. I know it.
A moment of your time, Outlander?
There's a guard under the last tree. Far cry from those days. I don't think I can help you.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Couldn't imagine living anywhere else. Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They'll as soon cheat.
I've got a lot on my mind. Sorry.
I met Adora when I was a child. All I remember now is how heavy her bow was. It was strong enough to man a forge.
Be on your way, Nora.
Well, hello there. Poor fate. Just for a moment
So many come to the Sundom and can't be bothered to work. But you don't. There are no shadows under the noonday sun. Words to live by.
Don't ask me what...
He didn't have a problem killing his father. Hope the sun shines in your heart. I don't think I can help you.
You'll find the best view of the spire from the Sun Temple. All are welcome. You wouldn't be so eager to speak with me if you knew me.
Tell me, you would have children if you can avoid it.
I hated the war. I have family who fled the Sunfall. I hope this ceasefire leads to real peace.
Have you seen the memorial in the sun ring at night? The way the candles glow.
A spring in your step today.
Ronora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffered no heathen. This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Flinthawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our HUDs make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end, he said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved, too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
You look like you've traveled far, Outlander.
From the Great Plains. But not alone. Never alone. This was a city of cages 2 harvests ago. Wooden bars leave marks. I kept those marks. I can still feel the bars.
They took you as a slave, but you escaped.
During the liberation. My friend and I, they'd put us to work in the quarries together. We'd grown alike, so we fled together. But in the smoke, the trees, we ran right into the machines. I kept running. I thought she was just behind me. She is still. Wherever I go, just behind me. And that's why I came back. To finally free us from that moment. But I need your help to do it. In the quarry, it always rained. And we named the mosses growing between the bricks.
I trust the sun has watched over you on your trials?
I'm still working on the trials, and I guess it's still watching.
I've been asking the nobles of the Sun Court to hear out my cause. Just the grace of their ears.
You want me to shake them down too?
Don't tempt me. I'm still a priest.
I have to go.
Walk in light.
We waited in cages for them to come for us each morning, not knowing if we would see another sunset. Our knees were always skinned, hair matted with quarry clay, red as sun-struck shoulders.
Sun willing, a god will bring us out of this twilight. A lively week.
In the quarry, it always rained, and we named the mosses growing between the bricks.
You're not like the others. You wear machine parts, but you hunted them yourself.
How can you tell?
A hunter knows a hunter. My people run with the great metal herds among the northern glaciers. But the Glinthawks at Sun's Climb are too strong for me. So I cannot fulfill my vow to paint the story of my people there. How the madness of the machines spread to the Karja, and they sent their soldiers, feet frost-blackened, to bring us here in chains. Our shamans, who sing the machine songs, many were taken to their deaths. Their songs go unfinished in Banur. Help me honor them. Help me paint their story. I ask you this. Hunter to hunter. So much noise, but no songs. This forest of candles, grief cracks hearts like ice. The light of the machine spirits is not here. Only sun flashes. So much noise, but no songs.
Many nobles fled to Sunfall, and now the Oseram are buying up their estates.
Food, wine, men, women. Meridian caters to every taste, every desire. Hope the sun shines in your heart.
Bob still hasn't put an end to the rebellion. Perhaps he's afraid.
My husband was cheated by one of those sun-cursed Oseram merchants yesterday. Not for the first time.
The corruption is like a sickness, a disease.
The Oseram love to mine ruins of the old beats, but they need to live on top of their scrap to find it. Superstition. Empires crushed.
You read. Didn't want to startle you.
Oh, yes. I heard of the tragedy that befell your tribe. The sun hung low that day as we traveled back.
So, this is the Temple of the Sun Priests.
Where we offer our daily prayers for balance. I'm afraid only Karja can participate, but you are welcome to observe.
Don't worry. I'm used to it. What are these prayers?
To recognize the sun is to recognize we live in renewal. By its rise and fall, we determine what to take up and what to set aside. Offered to its pure heat, the skin peels, and old time is burned away. We treasure the blisters.
That sounds painful.
Well, there is no glory without sacrifice.
The temple looks out on the tower across the valley. Why?
That's the spire, guiding us forever skyward, gleaming with the rays of the sun at noon. It is said that the spire's shadow lay across this mesa when our ancestors came to the valley, searching for a home. Thus, sun and spire joined, showing the Karja where to build. The dawn of Meridian.
Always illuminating, you read.
May the great sun always shine upon you.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Outlander. Wait, did we just talk?
You can't remember?
You all have similar features. Striking features. Very striking.
I had another question. What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
All right, I'm done.
I have a feeling my shards are well spent on you.
Does that mean you'll pay me now?
Oh, you weren't joking. You people are so hard to read.
Stay here, the more it'll feel like home.
Keeping my eyes open. Machines or bandits try to get past me, they'll have a fight. Mark my words. Makes a change to see a Nora outside of a border skirmish.
Yes, the machines grow more dangerous. But what do you want the Sun King to do about it? We have other priorities.
Watch out for the Oseram mercenaries. They'll soon cheat you as look at you. Machines or bandits try to get past me. Should be out there fighting machines. It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble. Sorry, I have no news that would interest you.
Damn Oseram hanging around my shop. I told them to clear out, and they shouted right back at me.
This time of day, I feel blessed.
I met a Nora when I was a child. All I remember now is how heavy her bow was.
The sun shines on those who mind their own, so they say.
I like to pace myself. And right now, the pace is slow.
At least you don't put on airs.
King Alvaro is weak. He speaks of peace, but he's just afraid to attack the Shadow Cartel.
Waste of time. Show was better last week.
Arrested too for disorderly conduct.
This must be the Shrine of Kings that Naman told me about.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts at me.
Oseram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Oseram want with a Karja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Karja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts.
Osram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
Between the two of us, we could pitch him and his guards over the waterfall.
Somehow I don't think that's what Naman had in mind.
Huh. Between the two of us, we could pitch him and his guards over the waterfall.
Somehow I don't think that's what Naman had in mind.
Huh.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts at me.
Osram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
It may have been meant for the Mad Sun King, but it's ours now.
It's a public monument, not his private shrine.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Karja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before Outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill the Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the Mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Karja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
You don't believe in the throne, the priesthood, the army, or the city, so I guess you have no authority here.
I have the authority of the sun.
Then call it for help. No one else will listen.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
What a Karja calls civilized, I call being thirsty for attention. I'd like an opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to enjoy life.
Kept the wheel turning all day. By the forge, I believe I've learned a drink or two.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
In a wink of sleep, off my bed from the Karja.
Karja carving is fancy, finicky work. They've thin fingers, you see. Not like forge-burned hands.
Spade spray. Charcoal smoke.
Karja carving is fancy, finicky work. They've thin fingers, you see. Not like forge-burned hands.
Sure about the sundown at first. It's growing on me. Is it just me? You Karja can handle yourself? And they have places to be?
Nora, here? The Sun King's peacemaking must be going well.
At least you don't put on airs.
Can't help but smile in the sunshine.
There are no shadows under the noonday sun. Words to live by.
It'll be daybreak soon.
This must be the sun's climb, where the Banuk wants to paint his mark. On to me.
to be free of the city.
I'd have to ditch something.
You were a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Karja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away. You have my thanks, Hunter.
Sounds and smells wrapped around each other, thick and heavy. This is where the Utaru wanted to say her goodbyes.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
I don't want to rush you, but it won't stay safe for long.
I understand. I've done this before in waking dreams. In the pool, I'll find the bracelet of seeds she dropped when she fell. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. She's passing from my memory into the jungles. I'll tell her it was I who died here and became a stranger in our own land, and she who still lives in every time of planting, of rains, harvests, and... Oh.
What is it?
There. Her bracelet. And thought she was behind me. But there's only my reflection.
Do you need to be alone?
For the first time, I am.
I'd have to leave something else behind. Not bad. Should have brought a cart. That'll keep my stomach quiet.
Tired of being tired, that's for sure.
Nassan came back. Said you took on a whole garrison to free him. I suppose that counts for a day's work. He's been in touch with Ravan, like you asked. They're rounding up noble families to make donations to the cause. I guess I won't be collecting valuables for a while, Aloy. Try not to smirk about it. Haven't been stealing, I promise. Haven't been stealing, I promise.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
I was a guard under the last king. Far cry from those days.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
I just want a moment's peace.
May the sun light your way.
Honora, I'll say this for you. That kit makes you look fierce.
Sorry, I have no news that would interest you.
Yes, you're very friendly.
This is a twilight time. At least you don't put on airs. The sun shines on those who mind their own, so they say.
I had to take over my brother's shift today. Sure as the sun's rising, he's recording that load. I have nothing to trade.
Always stay alert. That's what I say.
Meridian. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
Aaron said to meet him at the Sun Palace. That might be the time.
Tell you what I like. The sound of a hammer on steel.
You want to talk? I don't have time for Outlanders, especially Nora.
Sun willing, Avad will cleanse the land of this growing corruption.
Osram had been mining for scrap up north. Sure.
You look like you can handle yourself.
Hope you're well.
See the colors on the as they walk around. They drive. The whole city is.
Most of the commoners take.
They've started hiring Karja girls to work in their shops. Girls from good families gone into trade. Ugh, it's too much.
Captain Burson.
Soldiers await orders just inside the main gate in Palace Square. Better here than on the battlefield. I need a moment. My duties today are endless.
Trickery.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen.
There's a distance between ears and deeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Change comes like the sunrise. Slow to begin, but in time, all is illuminated.
We're the closest to the sun in Meridian. If I live anywhere else.
Hello again, Aloy. The Sun Temple seems to be adapting to our new role. The day is not long or bright enough for all my gratitude. May the sun favor you as it favored me with your arrival.
Morning comes swift.
Hello again, Aloy. The Sun Temple seems to be adapting to our new role.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy.
Don't forget to back up before you're on the road. These aren't good. They're not effective.
I'm tired.
Don't pass up these goods.
This'll last.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
He
You like what I
complained
have to
for an
say,
hour
I
about another
promise.
woman rising in the Hunter's Lodge. Don't look to me. To God. Don't get involved in politics.
house a bit too fancy, but he's made a place in the Sundom for the offspring.
We all have our place in the order of things. I'll be on my way back to Banur soon.
I should get going.
So should I.
Won't cost you a shard just to go.
Busy is the only way to get rich, and staying busy is the only way to stay rich. Unrest everywhere. I hear
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well, then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
It's a noble cultural institution.
If you insist on staying, you'll want to introduce yourself to Assis upstairs. Go on.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or Outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
I'm not going home. No. I don't want to face my father.
I'd like to get married, but to be honest, it feels like no one will have me. There, I said it. Well met. Sometimes you just have to sit back, take a breath, and make the world go away. Hope she gets back soon. Need those things from the market.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're Honora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Huh. Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Quiet moment brings sun to a dark day.
I believe I made myself perfectly clear. Get out of my presence and stay below with the sludges. I believe I made myself perfectly clear. Get out of my presence and stay below with the sludges.
I didn't know Nora could leave their sacred land.
May the sun light you. Right down below. No interest in the shadow.
What have we here? Honora Fledge.
I bet I've been hunting longer than you have. Are you a fledgling?
Not for long. I have a hawk who's about to sponsor me, so you're out of luck.
Typical savage. Barging in here without a thought. Right after one of our own was killed. Go away. Typical savage. Barging in here without a thought. Right after one of our own was killed. Go away.
The Hunter's Lodge admits women and savages now.
What have we here? Honora Fledge.
I bet I've been hunting longer than you have. Are you a fledgling?
Not for long. I have a hawk who's about to sponsor me, so you're out of luck.
You must feel very provincial here in Karja territory, you poor thing.
I met Honora when I was a child. All I remember now is how heavy her bow was. Ugh,
Tarkus
sunny.
impressed with his skills, but he spotted Talana. Now we're left with her. She had fallen instead. Tarkus impressed with his skills, but he spotted Talana. Now we're left with her. She had fallen instead.
I don't care for October, but Captain Ursa fought for us. That's why the damn Shadow Karja murdered her.
Can't believe Redmaw defeated Tarkus. He was such a good hunter, but Redmaw is a beast of a Thunderjaw. I'd never face it. Can't believe Redmaw defeated Tarkus. He was such a good hunter, but Redmaw is a beast of a Thunderjaw. I'd never face it.
I'm a member. Go bother the other sludges and leave me alone.
I've been trophy hunting for years. Still haven't gotten a sponsor.
I'd asked Talana to sponsor me, but her sponsor just died. Can't imagine what she must be going through.
Safe to sit here, but into the outlands. Take a look at the Book of Bylaws if you want to learn more.
Here, Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Redmaw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes a Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me?
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoiled.
I may not have all the answers, but there is a book of bylaws here which can tell you more about the lodge.
Suddenly you're a lot nicer.
I saw you talking to Talana. She's tough. You'd be lucky to keep up with her, machine rider or no.
I may not have all the answers. I saw you talk.
Won't cost you a shard just to look. Fine goods for a fair price. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
This is split with the shadow card lasts.
Thick of it.
Only the...
Come take a look. I'll give you a good price.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it. I've got all the best goods here.
Sure as the sun's rising, we also want that
Pass up these goods.
I don't care for Oseram, but Captain Ursa fought for us. That's why the damn Shadow Karja murdered her.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road. I've got all the best goods here.
All the best goods here.
Would you like to buy something today?
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself. Check out
Fine
these
goods for a
wares.
fair price.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Hope everything's in order.
Find better wares. Don't pass up these goods.
Good to see you.
The longer we stay here, the more it'll feel like home.
Check out these wares. You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Yeah, this isn't up to the usual standard. I don't know about all this sun business.
Find better wares. But don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
Pass up these goods.
Everyone's lost a cousin, friend to the machines. More in recent times.
Something when you're in the thick of it.
Take a look at these wares.
I would like an opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to enjoy life.
Fine goods for a fair price.
The longer we stay here, the more it'll feel like home. Don't just cast about talking to strangers, woman.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. These aren't goods, they're necessities. Won't cost you a shard just to look. Come, take a
By the
look.
sun,
I'll give you a
I'm
good
hoping
price.
for a better day tomorrow.
Falling in love with a merchant's daughter.
I've seen this 4 times.
It's a bit frivolous. We've lived under the same sun all this time. Imagine that.
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to speak to me. I just want a moment's peace.
Thinking about going to a lake next week, if they'll let me. You want to talk? I don't have time for outlanders.
What? I'm just a kid. It wasn't me. Whatever happened, I'm too little.
Kept the wheel turning all day, and by the forge, I believe I've earned a drink or two.
These aren't good. Now they can murder our Captain Ursa.
Waste of time. Joe was better last week.
Come take a look.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. Meridian caters to every taste, every desire of a child. All I remember now is how heavy her bow was.
It's not what I imagined when I was a boy, but it's decent work, keeping the city safe. There's a guard under the last building. Far cry from those days.
Safe to sit here, but head into the Outlands and a machine will get you.
Ugh, poor feet. I imagine, but it's decent work keeping the city safe.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. The guard up in town crier.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Marad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
First the Oseram gets special treatment, and now outlanders from the Savage East? What possible interest could the Sun King have in her?
Passed by some outlander woman? Unacceptable. I've been here for 2 hours, and this Nora goes to the front of the line.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Erend, Murad, let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
So, why would Dervahl go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. And she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Dervahl has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies, I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the Claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Carja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Carja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
Aloy, how can I be of service?
It's obvious that you're an advisor to the Sun King, but what is it you do exactly?
Whatever is needed, of course.
Are you always so evasive?
It depends.
You were right about Avad. He seems genuine.
He is the Sun King. I serve him the best I can. What else would you have me say?
Huh. Did you serve the last one as best you could, too?
Well, I served him to his enemies. It was the best I could do for the Sundom.
What did you do?
Nothing I could be blamed for.
Sounds to me like you're a spy.
There are many helpful voices in the Sundom and beyond. I like to think of myself as a good listener.
So why do they call you Blameless Murad?
Well, it depends on who you mean by they, and what they might wish to blame me for.
Talking to you is tiring.
So they say.
What will I find at the border?
An outpost full of Oseram, most of whom want nothing to do with Dervahl. Still, he inspires great loyalty in those who fought with him against the last Sun King. He will not be caught alone. And don't forget, he is a master craftsman. Nothing delights him more than his dangerous toys.
What makes you so sure Dervahl did this to Ursa?
I don't care for sure or certain. I prefer likely or probably. How many Oseram are clever enough for this ruse? Capable of building the weapon you describe? Who hate Ursa so? More than one? Not likely. Dervahl? Quite probably.
Even if people think he's dead?
That is surely another reason to be suspicious of certain words.
I have to go.
Then you must.
So, I thought Ursa was dead, and I thought Dervahl was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever. All I know is that it's time to find my sister and get some payback. I hope Murad's guy grabs us a lead.
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Dervahl?
Well, we were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go. Not to mention the fact that we realized he wanted to murder every Carja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dungbag.
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it. Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Dervahl's ass.
I'd better go.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
Always stay bright. Always stay alert. That's what I say.
Another day passing.